Let's begin the show. Over the past 12 months, human rights violations against women and girls have mounted steadily in Afghanistan. Despite that women would be allowed to exercise their rights within Sharia law, including the right to work and to study, the Taliban has systematically excluded women and girls from public life. The all-male interim government recently ordered all foreign and domestic non-governmental groups in Afghanistan to suspend employing women as some female employees didn't wear the Islamic headscarf correctly. A report.
The Taliban regime has ordered yet another diktat that will push Afghan women into the dark ages again. The all-male interim government ordered all foreign and domestic non-governmental groups in Afghanistan to suspend employing women as some female employees didn't wear the Islamic headscarf correctly. The ban was the latest restrictive move by Afghanistan's rulers against women's rights and freedoms. The order came in a letter from Economy Minister Qari Din Muhammad Hanif, which said that any NGO found not complying with the order will have their operating license revoked in Afghanistan. In response to the decision, major international aid groups suspended their humanitarian programs in the country. Save the Children, Norwegian Refugee Council, CARE International and the International Rescue Committee have said they will wind up operations in Afghanistan. The first three NGOs stated in a joint statement that without their female staff, they would not have been able to assist millions of Afghans in need since August 2021. They added that without women, they could not successfully contact children, women, and men in Afghanistan who were in dire need.
The Taliban have decreed that women are not allowed to work for international non-governmental organizations and national non-governmental organizations. As we have got 5,000 staff and community, including community volunteers in Afghanistan. Almost half of those are women. So essentially, if we were to keep working, we'd have to turn up for work tomorrow with half our workforce missing. But to have access to women and children, you need to have female health staff. And so if you don't have female health staff, you won't have access to those people. So essentially, it's just not possible for us to do our job if our female colleagues are not able to get out there.
Criticizing the action, Western nations and international organizations expressed strong condemnation of the Taliban move. United Nations mission to Afghanistan has asked the Taliban regime to reverse its ban on women from working in NGOs, saying millions of Afghans need humanitarian assistance and removing barriers is vital. The Taliban claimed under its rule this time women would be accorded every right within the confines of Sharia law. However, in the months that have followed, the de facto rulers have imposed harsh restrictions on women's education and their access to employment. In March, the Taliban broke their promise to reopen secondary schools for girls. 2 months later, women were forced to veil their faces as well as their hair. In September, Women's Affairs Ministry was disbanded, and only last week, the Taliban regime banned university education for girls in the country until further notice.
متاسف هستم که طی امری که از طرف امارت اسلامی داده شده من بعد دیگر هیچ خانمی نمیتونه حاضر به بالاخره وظایف خود شوند و به عنوان یک بخشی از اجتماع بتونن فعالیت‌های اجتماعی خود را انجام بدن و این واقعا یکی از حالت‌هایی است که ناامید کننده هست. امروز زن افغان دیگر هیچ جایگاهی در اجتماع افغانی نداره. وقتی من می‌بینم، وقتی کارکردهای زیاره می‌بینم، وقتی روی کردشان در مقابل زن افغان می‌بینم، هیچ عامل دینی نداره، هیچ عامل انسانی نداره که ما بگیم به اساس یک آیت دینی، به اساس یک حکم دینی زن امروز محروم است، زن امروز در در خانه ها هست و زن بالاخره به حقارت ورش دیده میشه. چنین چیزی در دین ما وجود نداره.
The Taliban regime has failed to earn recognition from any UN member state because of their rigid and intransigent mode of governance, their inability to transform their mindset on issues such as women's freedom. Taliban government should understand that a country can't survive in the 21st century by pursuing a retrogressive and ultra-conservative approach. The eventual outcome of suppressing the freedom and creativity of women will be the erosion of Afghan society. Banning women's movements, curtailing all their freedom, health and education will augment frustration and anger among Afghan women. In turn, the wrong message will be delivered to the world that the Afghan people are socially backward and can never live a normal life.